2026 Michigan DMV Permit Test 2437 Questions and Complete Answers. Question 1. An inattentive driver is a driver who: Option A. Stares at objects off the roadway or daydreams while driving. Option B. Maintains eye contact during a conversation with a passenger while driving. Option C. Only watches the vehicle ahead of their vehicle. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation: do not become distracted by looking at passengers, attempting to find something in your vehicle, looking at reading material, sightseeing, or daydreaming while driving. Continue scanning the road, checking your mirrors, and looking at the instrument panel at regular intervals. Developing these safe habits will keep you attentive as a driver. Question 2. When merging onto a freeway, it is usually best to: Option A. Proceed slowly while waiting for an opening. Option B. Accelerate to a speed that is faster than the speed of traffic. Option C. Turn on your hazard lights until safely on the freeway. Option D. Accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. The correct answer is option D. Accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. Explanation: when entering a freeway, use the on-ramp to accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic so you can blend in smoothly and safely. Entering traffic must yield to traffic already on the freeway. Question 3. A traffic light displaying a green arrow and a red light means that: Option A. You may only drive straight ahead. Option B. You may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Option C. You must wait for a solid green light to proceed in any direction. Option D. Vehicles moving in any direction must stop. The correct answer is option B. You may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Explanation: if a green arrow is shown with a red light, you can only drive in the direction of the arrow and only if the intersection is clear. Question 4. You are waiting to turn left at a multi-lane intersection and opposing traffic is blocking your view. You should: Option A. Accelerate rapidly when the first lane you need to cross is clear. Option B. Wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Option C. Wait for an oncoming driver to wave you across the intersection. Option D. Edge your car into each lane of opposing traffic as soon as it clears. The correct answer is option B. Wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Explanation: you should never start a left turn until you can see that all the lanes you need to cross are clear and that you can safely make the turn. Question 5. You are driving when your power steering stops working. You should: Option A. Honk your horn and turn off the ignition. Option B. Turn on your hazard lights and brace yourself. Option C. Work hard to steer, reduce your speed, drive to a safe area, and stop. Option D. Slam on your brakes. The correct answer is option C. Work hard to steer, reduce your speed, drive to a safe area, and stop. Explanation: if your power steering stops working, additional effort will be required to maintain steering control. Reduce your speed and pull off the roadway to stop in a safe area. Question 6. Drive below the posted speed limit when: Option A. Anything makes conditions less than perfect. Option B. You see a police car. Option C. Entering a highway where there are other cars. Option D. You are on a four-lane road. The correct answer is option A. Anything makes conditions less than perfect. Explanation. When the road is wet or slippery, when you cannot see well, or when anything else makes conditions less than perfect, drive below the posted speed limit. Even if you are driving within the posted speed limit, you can still be ticketed for driving too fast for conditions. Question 7. At an intersection with a stop sign, you should stop and Option A. Check your rearview mirror for cars tailgating. Option B. Move when the vehicle ahead of you moves. Option C. Look right first, then left, then right again. Option D. Look left first, then right, then left again. The correct answer is option D. Look left first, then right, then left again. Explanation. When stopped at an intersection, you should first look to your left, as vehicles coming from the left are closer to you than vehicles coming from the right. Look to your right, then look to your left again, in case there are any vehicles coming from that direction that you did not see at first glance. Question 8. A person's ability to drive can be impaired by Option A. Alcohol. Option B. Any medication. Option C. A lack of sleep. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation. The ability to drive safely is dependent on the driver being in good physical condition. Driving can be impaired by alcohol, legal and illegal drugs, and being drowsy. Question 9. A person walking with a white cane or guide dog is likely to be Option A. A deaf person. Option B. A person involved with a traffic study. Option C. A blind person. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option C. A blind person. Explanation. Drivers must always yield the right of way to a pedestrian when the pedestrian is a blind person who is using a white cane or guide dog. Question 10. When driving in normal traffic conditions, you should signal to turn blank before beginning the turn. Option A. 20 feet. Option B. 50 feet. Option C. 100 feet. Option D. 300 feet. The correct answer is option C. 100 feet. Explanation. When you wish to change lanes or make a turn, signal to inform other motorists of your intentions. Signals should be activated at least 100 feet before you make the turn when you are driving in normal conditions. Continue signaling until you have completed the turn or lane change. Question 11. When stopped for a traffic violation or at an equipment check, the driver must produce a Option A. Their license. Option B. Proof of insurance. Option C. Proof of registration. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation. When stopped for a traffic violation or at an equipment check, the driver is responsible for producing their license, proof of registration, and proof of insurance. Drivers are required to have all three of these documents in a vehicle when it is being driven. Question 12. When entering a street from a driveway, you, Option A, must drive slowly to allow approaching vehicles and pedestrians time to get out of your way. Option B, must honk your horn so approaching vehicles and pedestrians know to give you room. Option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Option D, can disregard any pedestrians if there is no sidewalk. The correct answer is option C. Must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Explanation. Always stop before entering the roadway from a driveway and yield to any approaching vehicles or crossing pedestrians. The stop should be made before crossing the sidewalk area. Failure to stop is unlawful. Question 13. A driver can legally pass on the right side of another vehicle. Option A, if the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. Option B, even if it means driving off the pavement. Option C, on a narrow bridge. Option D, at any time. The correct answer is option A. If the vehicle is waiting to turn left and there is an available passing lane. Explanation. If there is an available passing lane, you may pass on the right of a vehicle or bicycle that is turning left or waiting to turn left. It is also legal to pass on the right when driving on a multi-lane road with 2 or more lanes traveling in the same direction. You may never drive off the pavement or main traveled portion of the road to pass another vehicle. Question 14. What should you do when you are going to enter a roadway from a private road? Option A, blow your horn to warn cars you are entering the roadway. Option B, stop with part of your car on the roadway to alert other drivers. Option C, drive out fast to merge smoothly with the traffic. Option D, yield the right of way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. The correct answer is option D. Yield the right of way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. Explanation. When entering a roadway from a driveway or private road, you must yield the right of way to pedestrians and traffic on the roadway. Question 15. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should. Option A, speed up. Option B, go the same speed. Option C, slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Option D, change lanes. The correct answer is option C. Slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Explanation. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should slow down so that there is enough room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete their pass. This will allow them to complete the passing maneuver in less time and more easily. Question 16. The posted speed limit shows Option A, only a recommended driving speed. Option B, the exact speed at which you must travel to avoid a ticket. Option C, the maximum safe driving speed under ideal road and weather conditions. Option D, the maximum safe driving speed under all road conditions. The correct answer is option C. The maximum safe driving speed under ideal road and weather conditions. Explanation. A speed limit sign shows the maximum legal driving speed for the stretch of highway where it is posted. Driving safely may require you to travel more slowly than the posted limit. When conditions are less than ideal, drivers should slow down. Question 17. You may avoid the risks of alcohol-related crashes by Option A, deciding before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Option B, simply saying, "No thanks, I'm driving," if someone offers you a drink. Option C, calling a taxi. Option D, doing any of the above. The correct answer is option D, doing any of the above. Explanation. The only way to avoid the risks of drinking and driving is to decide before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Because alcohol affects your judgment, it will be harder for you to make safe decisions after you have started drinking. Question 18. A solid white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Explanation. White lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Solid lines indicate that drivers are not permitted to pass. Question 19. When approaching a steady green traffic light, drivers should: Option A. Continue driving unless there are vehicles or pedestrians already in the intersection. Option B. Stop if a police officer is nearby. Option C. Treat the intersection like a four-way stop. Option D. Come to a complete stop before proceeding. The correct answer is option A. Continue driving unless there are vehicles or pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation. When approaching an intersection with a steady green traffic light, yield to pedestrians in the crosswalk and vehicles still in the intersection. You may continue driving, but should approach the intersection at a speed that will allow you to slow down and stop if the light changes before you get there. Question 20. Anything that requires you to blank could cause you to crash. Option A. Take your eyes off the road. Option B. Take your hands off the wheel. Option C. Take your attention away from the task of driving. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation. Anything that causes you to take your attention away from driving, take your eyes off the road, and / or take your hands off the wheel is a distraction. Question 21. Certain highway signs require drivers to obey an indicated instruction. Such signs are known as: Option A. Regulatory signs. Option B. Warning signs. Option C. Information signs. Option D. Guide signs. The correct answer is option A. Regulatory signs. Explanation. Regulatory signs require drivers to obey an indicated instruction. Failure to comply is subject to penalty. Question 22. A regulatory sign containing a red circle with a / through the middle indicates: Option A. That drivers should come to a complete stop. Option B. That an action is forbidden. Option C. That some drivers should yield to other drivers. Option D. That drivers should drive under the speed limit. The correct answer is option B. That an action is forbidden. Explanation. Some regulatory signs prohibit certain actions. These signs are rectangular and white with red and black markings. A red circle and / on top of a black symbol indicates that the specified action is forbidden. Question 23. Hydroplaning is usually caused by: Option A. Excessive stops. Option B. Sudden stops. Option C. Sudden turns. Option D. Excessive speed. The correct answer is option D. Excessive speed. Explanation. Your tires become less effective at clearing water from the road as you increase your speed. If you drive too fast, they may lose their grip entirely, leaving the vehicle sliding on a film of water. This is known as hydroplaning. Question 24. Your brake lights tell other drivers that you: Option A. Are making a turn. Option B. Have your emergency brake on. Option C. Are changing lanes. Option D. are slowing down or stopping. The correct answer is option D, are slowing down or stopping. Explanation. Your vehicle's brake lights indicate to other drivers that you are slowing down or stopping. Your brake lights should always be in working order when you are driving on any roadway. Question 25. As you near an intersection, the traffic light changes from green to yellow. Your best action is to Option A, speed up to beat the red light. Option B, apply the brakes sharply to stop. Option C, be prepared to stop in the center of the intersection. Option D, be prepared to stop before the intersection. The correct answer is option D, be prepared to stop before the intersection. Explanation. A steady yellow traffic light indicates that the light will soon change to red. You should be prepared to stop for the red light if it is safe to do so. Question 26. During adverse weather and traffic conditions or increased driving speeds, keep a following distance of Option A, 3 seconds. Option B, 4 seconds. Option C, 5 seconds. Option D, 6 or more seconds. The correct answer is option D, 6 or more seconds. Explanation. The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react to possible hazards. Keep a following distance of 6 or more seconds during adverse weather and traffic conditions. Question 27. Your tire blows out while you are driving. You should Option A, slam on your brakes. Option B, hold your steering wheel tightly and slow to a stop. Option C, keep driving normally. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers and continue driving. The correct answer is option B. Hold your steering wheel tightly and slow to a stop. Explanation. If you experience a tire blowout, do not immediately apply the brakes. Grip the steering wheel firmly and steer to remain in your traffic lane. Reduce your speed gradually by releasing the accelerator and staying off the brakes. Once you are moving very slowly, apply the brakes lightly and pull off the road into a safe area. Question 28. The amount of space you need to cross traffic depends on the Option A, cars behind you. Option B, road conditions, weather conditions, and oncoming traffic. Option C, presence of a stop sign. Option D, use of your turn signals. The correct answer is option B, road conditions, weather conditions, and oncoming traffic. Explanation. The amount of space you need to cross traffic depends on the road conditions, weather conditions, and oncoming traffic. Question 29. Motorcycles are entitled to Option A, the bicycle lane. Option B, the same full lane width as other motor vehicles. Option C, half the width of a lane. Option D, the width of the sidewalk. The correct answer is option B, the same full lane width as other motor vehicles. Explanation. Lane usage for the motorcyclist is critical. Motorcycles are entitled to the same full lane width as all other vehicles. Question 30. You must pull over to the edge of the road and allow an emergency vehicle to pass. Option A, regardless of your direction. Option B, only if it is following you. Option C, only if it is approaching you from the opposite direction. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, regardless of your direction. Explanation. You must pull over to the right edge of the road and stop for an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, regardless of whether it is approaching you from behind or from the opposite direction. Question 31. If you are driving near a motorcycle, you must Option A. Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. Option B. Drive on the shoulder beside the motorcycle. Option C. Allow the motorcycle to use only half of a lane. Option D. Pass using the same lane as the motorcycle. The correct answer is option A. Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. Explanation. A motorcycle is a full-size vehicle with the same privileges as any other vehicle on the roadway. You should allow a motorcyclist a full lane width. Although it may seem as though there is enough room in the traffic lane for a larger vehicle and a motorcycle, remember that the motorcycle needs room to maneuver safely. Question 32. You are driving in the right lane on an expressway. You should move into the left lane when Option A. Traffic is heavy but moving steadily. Option B. The weather is bad and roads are slippery. Option C. Traffic is slow in your lane and cars are in the left lane. Option D. Traffic is light and cars are merging onto the expressway from the right. The correct answer is option D. Traffic is light and cars are merging onto the expressway from the right. Explanation. You should always watch for merging vehicles when on an expressway. Adjusting your speed or moving into another lane will ensure that other drivers can enter smoothly and safely. Question 33. The most effective safety restraints in a traffic crash are Option A. Only a lap and shoulder belt. Option B. Only an airbag. Option C. Both a lap/shoulder belt and an airbag. Option D. No safety restraints. The correct answer is option C. Both a lap/shoulder belt and an airbag. Explanation. Safety belts can double your chance of surviving a crash and more than double your chance of avoiding serious injury. Airbags, when used properly with safety belts, provide additional protection in a front-end crash. You should wear both shoulder and lap belts. Question 34. To drive safely at night, you should Option A. Increase your following distance. Option B. Not drive if you are tired. Option C. Make sure your headlights are working properly. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. All of the above. Explanation. At night, visibility is reduced. Take steps to make driving in the dark more safe for you and the other drivers on the road. Question 35. Before changing lanes on a multi-lane highway, you should Option A. Sound your horn. Option B. Turn on your headlights. Option C. Reduce your speed. Option D. Check your mirrors and blind spots. The correct answer is option D. Check your mirrors and blind spots. Explanation. Before changing lanes, you should look in your rear view and side mirrors to make sure no one is trying to pass you. You should also look over your shoulder to make sure that no one is in your blind spot. Question 36. When driving on an interstate, Option A. Stop on the shoulder of the road if you are tired. Option B. You should always use cruise control. Option C. Signal, check mirrors, and check blind spots before changing lanes. Option D. You should change lanes often. The correct answer is option C. Signal, check mirrors, and check blind spots before changing lanes. Explanation. Signal, check your mirrors, and check your blind spot before changing lanes or passing on an interstate. Only stop on the shoulder of the interstate in the case of an emergency and change lanes as infrequently as possible. Cruise control should not be used in heavy traffic or under poor weather conditions. Question 37. To check your blind spot before changing lanes. Option A. Look into the left side mirror. Option B. Look into the right side mirror. Option C. Look into the rear view mirror. Option D. Look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. The correct answer is option D. Look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. Explanation. To check your blind spot before changing lanes, you should look over your shoulder in the direction that you plan to move.